And we're live. Hello, guys. How is everyone? Uh, uh, Today our topic is the latest transfer rumors. The one which I'm very excited for is Kane to Bayern. Obviously, I would. I want to ask Suhas what he thinks of it, but should I? I'll just go ahead and tell you guys what I think first. It's an amazing transfer. Although I would have preferred Kolomuani, but he,
Mind boggling.
yeah. Um, Sorry, not Kolomuani. Osimhen. But Osimhen is 200 million and Kane is 100, so it makes sense. Kane's deal makes sense. So yeah. So as what was your first reaction when you heard this rumor?
Okay. My first reaction was finally Bayern's going big on a
Mm-hmm.
transfer.
Hmm.
Uh, we've seen last season how necessary it was that Bayern had a striker who could hold up the play for them, and they needed to go for it in this transfer market. And I'm glad they're finally doing it. It was kind of boring to watch Bayern last season without uh,
A striker.
as many goals as we were used to seeing
Yeah.
from them. The usual domination that we see from Bayern, that we expect from Bayern, uh, it just wasn't there last season, and something was lacking. And maybe Kane's transfer is going to bring that back to the team,
Hmm.
but
But
only time
do
will
you
tell, I
think
guess.
do you think Tottenham are going to budge because Tottenham are known for this being very strict when it comes to letting their players go, especially Harry Kane. I've seen when City wanted him, they offered 120 million or something. Even then, they wouldn't let him leave. So, what do you think? Is Tottenham letting this happen?
Okay. If Tottenham doesn't let it happen, I think the fault is entirely with Harry Kane. No matter how many times he had the opportunity to leave the club, uh, he kept renewing the contract.
Hmm.
Now, see, one or two more seasons later, it will be too late. It will be towards the end of his career, and that's not something you'll be looking for if you're trying to build a long-term project. He'll be 32 or something by
He's
next
20.
season.
He's 29 now.
I think he's 29. Yeah, so he'll be in his 30s in a season or two, and ideally you'd want someone within the range of 25, 26 who will be in their prime,
Hmm.
give you
Hmm.
like 5, 6, 7 really really good season, and can still go for something when they want to move on from the club, right? So Kane kept pushing it forward. See, I appreciate his optimism, but
Loyalty. Yeah.
there's there's something like, if there was a good project at Spurs and he decided to stay, that would be something I really respect. But uh, blind faith in the club, it's not something that's good for a player's career. If he's not in it for the trophies, if he's just in it for playing for the badge, playing for the club of his life, then I get it. But
Hmm.
he wants to win. He's just way too
Yeah.
good to not be winning any trophies, right?
True.
uh, on one side he's at Spurs, and on the other side he's at England, neither of which can win
Yeah.
win
Yeah.
anything. So I think he should push for it, right? And
Hmm.
Tottenham should show him the respect that he deserves and let him go,
True.
in my
Yeah.
opinion, because
Hmm.
no matter how many times Tottenham has been in deep shit, Kane decided to stay and help the club. And without Kane, I don't think Tottenham would even finish in Conference League spots like they did this season.
Hmm.
So I think that's something to keep in mind. And if there is any sort of gratitude within the club, any sort of respect to their legends, which Harry Kane is, I think they'd let him go.
Yeah. Let me just tell you this. This is if he doesn't. leave Tottenham this season. He'll be entering into his last year of contract, and he might leave for free next season. So getting 100 million for a player with 1 year, that has 1 year left on his contract, is a steal in my opinion. And yeah, Tottenham should take him. I guess Bayern are offering 70 million and add-ons now, but that's just a negotiation tactic, right? You don't start bidding 100 million outright. You just go for from 70 you go up. And I think somewhere 85 plus
just a
10 will be
second.
agreed in. Yeah.
And that reminded me of a story that the Benfica president told about Liverpool. Uh, he started saying, we strongly believed that we'd get a big offer for Darwin Nunez. We were expecting something within the window of 40 to 50 million.
50 million, yeah.
Liverpool, Liverpool called us and bid 100 million for him. I just cut the call, and we all started laughing in the conference.
No, that's
So
not what he said. Let me tell you. He said that we expected somewhere between 40 to 50 million. The first Liverpool's offer was 80 million. So I said, okay, send them a counter offer of 100 million for fun, and they apparently accepted it. Yeah.
that's not very good negotiations.
Yeah.
So props to Bayern for being, you know, uh,
Yeah.
sane and
Mm,
smart about it. I think, to be honest, Spurs, they don't really make huge signings every season, and yet
mm,
they're a London club. They are, let's be honest, no matter how many memes we have about them, they're still one of the big six clubs in England, and they have the English TV money and everything. So I don't
true.
think money is a driving factor for them, uh,
Mm,
which it may have been for clubs like Brighton, who can't hold on to their talents
true.
because they need the money, they need the funds that are coming in. Tottenham doesn't, so I don't think it's more about protecting their pride than
True.
gaining money out of this transfer.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
Because Harry Kane is England's captain, guys, and to even think that the England team's captain will be leaving the English Premier League, it's a big deal, right? I mean, it's like Kimmich leaving Bayern Munich and joining Barcelona. Kimmich, who's also a future Germany captain.
this
Yeah,
guy is never gonna let this go.
but the only thing different between Kane to Bayern and Kimmich to Barca is Kimmich to Barca is never gonna happen.
It's Shankar's
Yeah,
grandmom.
yeah, um, yeah. So somewhere between 85 plus 10 million in add-ons will seal the deal, in my opinion. And yeah, so a fun fact, guys. Harry Kane's first match for Bayern would be the DFL Super Cup, and he might win his first silverware after the first match he plays here. So that's something. That's a good start to us, right?
Yeah, that's definitely like I just can't wait for the memes. Leave Spurs to win trophies kind of memes.
Yeah, yeah, true. Um, yeah. So moving on, we have Fede Valverde to Liverpool. I don't think this is gonna happen though. I would like to hear your thoughts first.
Okay, let's first acknowledge the transfer of Jude Bellingham to Real Madrid. Uh, Real Madrid now in the midfield, they have the following players in their squad. They have Modric, they have Toni Kroos, they have Eduardo Camavinga, they have Chouameni, they have Valverde, they have Bellingham, and they have Dani Ceballos, who's a really good player. Who's a quality player, but he never really found his footing in the starting 11. He was really good for Arsenal. If anyone has seen him for them, so they have seven world class midfielders who would just jump right into the starting 11 in any team in world football. six. Let's not include Ceballos into this. They have six world-class football players, generational talents. Uh, so now they have another problem. Like, it's a problem, guys. It's a problem. They have too many midfielders. They have too many good midfielders. They don't know what to do about it. And now they are eyeing a move for Kylian Mbappe, which would mean Valverde can't even. He probably won't even start on that right wing position for Madrid, which he did in the last season a lot of times. And they are also going to need the funds. Mbappe is not going to be cheap. It's like it makes sense to let go of him. Uh,
Yeah, but I
so
I
yeah,
wouldn't look too much into this midfielder situation because Modric is gonna retire next season. Cruz is gonna retire next season. So yeah, it's like training their young players.
I I don't think Cruz is going to retire next season. Is
Yeah,
he?
yeah, yeah. I think he is.
It's a possibility. He may retire.
He will, in my opinion, guys. I think he has somewhere explicitly said this. I don't know where, but I think I remember.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
assume
yeah.
he does. But
Hmm.
but it's still a solid midfield, right? It's still a really good midfield.
Yeah.
So that's how they let go of Casemiro last season, right? And
Hmm.
it is a possibility that they may get rid of Valverde as well, especially because now he's guys. Just let me just quickly show you Valverde's stats.
Yeah. Define quickly, Suhas.
Shankar is my screen visible?
No, that's why I asked
Oopsie,
you.
sorry.
Define quickly.
Sorry. Yeah, this is his standings
Bro,
within
first
the rest of the midfielders in the world.
cut that Gallo Golazo thing. I don't want us getting a copyright.
Bro, it's not gonna be
Yeah.
okay. So he's in the 93rd percentile in non-penalty goals. Uh, Look at that, guys. Everything is in the green range
Hmm.
when it comes to goals or assists, anything that could lead to a goal. And when it comes to creativity and stuff, he's not the best. He's not the best at passes. 72nd percentile is not very good. Uh, Neither is 84 percentile, and 60 percentile is just bad for a midfielder. Let's be honest. But look at those progressive carries. He gets the ball and he starts driving it forward, and then there's progressive passes received. Received means he's receiving a lot of balls in attacking position, which means he's really attack minded. You can see it, right?
That's because he
He's
plays at
very
right
attack
wing.
minded, right? But even when he does play in midfield, he's still box to box. He covers a lot of ground. He keeps running throughout the game.
Yeah,
I
that I
just
can
feel
agree.
like he's coming out of a season this strong, which would be considered a very good season by many midfielders in the world. It's actually world class, guys. Yeah, I am repeating. Okay, fine. Just let it
It's
go,
actually
man.
world
Just
class, world class, world class, guys.
guys.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah. So, yeah, this is the best time for Real Madrid to sell him, in my opinion. I don't think he'll
yeah,
be having a better season than that. And if Real Madrid do plan on selling him, I think this would be the time.
yeah, for sure. I don't think this is gonna happen because few years ago, Bayern Munich contacted Real Madrid for a potential Fede Valverde sale. You know, but then Madrid they outrightly said no, and the player also wasn't interested. And Fede Valverde is like very poised to be at Real Madrid and become a Madrid legend. So I don't think why, I don't know why he would even consider joining Liverpool. Joining Liverpool. Sorry, guys. Yeah,
It could come down to the project as well, right? It's not always about. Yeah, I mean, there have been so many players who really, really love their club who moved on to other clubs.
yeah. So we lost Suhas, guys. You're stuck with me. Let's just jump on to the next transfer rumor, that is Declan Rice to Arsenal. This has been going for a while now, and Arsenal are simply reluctant to pay up. I don't know why. Rice is a necessity for them. I think they have to just cut the crap and pay. Uh, the latest news is that Manchester City has joined the saga. Manchester City bid 80 plus 10 million. Yeah, now you're back. Yes, so continue. What were you saying?
Yeah, I understand that he wants to succeed at Real Madrid and stuff like that, but
Hmm.
it also comes down to the project that the coach has and where he fits into it, right?
Yeah,
There has been no stability in the position he has played in the
hmm.
last season. There have been times when he was played at right wing. There were times when he was played at right back as well. There were
Hmm.
times when he was played in his preferred central mid position.
Hmm.
So I feel like with more stability, he'll be a better player. And midfield is one of the places where Liverpool is really lacking right now, where
True.
they're looking to, have a revamp of their entire midfield,
Yeah.
like they did to the attack last season.
Hmm.
So it just
But
makes sense,
what?
right?
Yeah, but what I heard was Liverpool Liverpool's transfer budget for this season is 150 million apparently. And they've spent 40 million on McAllister.
McAllister.
Yeah. So out of the remaining 110 million, if they spend 90 million on Valverde, they need to sign another midfielder, right? So what do you think that situation leads to?
There are
Could lead
players that they can offload. There are players that Liverpool could offload. The likes of
like
Alex Oxlade, Chamberlain, the deadwood of the club. I mean, it's like it may not be a lot, but 5 million, 10 million, 15 million,
yeah.
all of that adds up. It could be
Hmm.
another 20, 30 million, and that could maybe lead to them signing another midfielder. It doesn't have to be a superstar signing all the time. Like when Salah joined Liverpool, it wasn't because he was scoring 30 goals for Roma. It was because he suited the project that Klopp was looking for.
Hmm.
So that's what I'm talking about. It doesn't have to be a world class player who costs 100 million. It could just be a player who costs
Yeah, makes sense.
20 million, 30 million. That
Hmm.
fits into that role perfectly. That suits the Liverpool way of playing.
Makes sense. Yep. So any other transfer you want to talk about?
Yeah, I was just looking at transfers on Twitter.
Hmm.
Manchester United are in pursuit of Rasmus Højlund.
Hoyland. Uh,
Højlund.
bro, but
Guys, if
imagine.
any of you don't know, Højlund is an amusement park here in India.
Yeah. Rasmus Hoyland, Atlanta striker. I like him, but 100 million for Rasmus Hoyland is outrageous, bro. Just one
Yeah,
season. I don't think even he didn't have a great season. He played well at those international friendlies, and that's it. Yeah, but due to his contract, I think Atlanta are demanding 100 million. 40, 45 million. I wouldn't pay more than that. Yeah.
I think
And
uh, I think United could sign someone short term, someone older and
hmm,
cheaper, uh, and then after 1 2 seasons when his contract is.
older, sharp, older, cheaper. Roberto Firmino.
Firmino is going to
Uh,
Saudi, isn't he? Hi Suhas and Shankar, are you professional football in the Premier League? How much do you get it a week? I feel like he's making fun of us,
yeah,
but
yeah, for
I
sure. We make 1 million a week. What are you present? 350 do 350K? Who makes that much, bro? We make 1 million. Yeah, yeah. So yeah. Moving on. Yeah, but imagine the situation where Osimhen, this United
yeah.
transfer, the
Just a
whole.
minute, just a minute.
Yeah, so has his out, guys. So uh, United is currently under this the whole takeover situation, right? So let's just once this is completed, I can see United actually going out and spending huge amount of money, and Kane is out of the market now. The only proper strikers in the market are Kolomuani and Osimhen. So if they want to spend a lot of money, then they can consider signing Osimhen for maybe 150 million. That would make sense actually. Osimhen is a great player and would fit well at Manchester United. And Eric Ten Hag will do anything to make him fit well in his tactics, in his system. I meant to say. And yeah, I think they're looking. Mason Mount is also a name on the list. That makes sense too, and they need to sign another centre back, in my opinion. So, has any potential Manchester United signing that has to be made in your opinion?
United badly needs a striker because see, I watched United play most of the games last season, and to be honest, whenever Martial played, he was decent. He was showing flashes of what he could do, but
Hmm.
then again, it's like when he plays, he doesn't usually play because he's usually in the hospital, injured. Uh, so you need someone you can rely on, right? So I think it's important that they go for a striker really badly. Whether it has to be someone who's going to uh, cost them 200 million or someone who's going to cost them 50, 60, 70 million, that's a different story. But yeah, it's important that they sign a striker as soon as they can. They're kind of in the same position that Bayern are in, right? Uh, Bayern has Choupo-Moting who doesn't get injured, but who he doesn't have the quality either,
Yeah.
and United have Martial who gets injured but who has quality.
Hmm. Hmm. Consider this. I think this would be
Also,
great.
also
50 million for
they I
Choupo Moting
think
and Choupo. Yeah, yeah,
sorry,
go on. Go on.
50 million for Choupo-Moting.
Yeah, for him to play at Manchester United. 50 million. After we get Kane. How does that
Sure.
sound?
Yeah, that sounds great. Okay, I'm just looking at United's transfer news. United are willing to double Onana's salary if he joins from Inter, apparently.
Oh, nice.
De Gea is leaving the club,
Hmm.
and Fred has a personal agreement with Fulham. Uh,
Ah,
he
finally.
asked to he asked to leave United due to his limited playing time.
Hmm.
United needs 20 million for the transfer to happen.
Nice.
And what else? United and right. So United actually bid 55 million plus something in
Eight,
add-ons, plus
7
5
millions
millions
in
in
add-on. Yeah.
add-ons for Mason Mount, which is going to be their last offer for him apparently. Uh,
Hmm.
so we'll have to see. Chelsea has been rejecting their offers repeatedly. Napoli have set starting price. Napoli have apparently set the starting price for Osimhen at 180 million.
That's not gonna
Bro,
happen,
that's
bro. Yeah, yeah.
crazy, bro.
Mm,
That's what
no
the
club
hell.
will ever pay that much.
Yeah,
No serious
that's
club will ever. PSG might pay.
yeah. PSG might. That's
Yeah, but
United are planning a yeah.
I heard that Newcastle would be interested to pay that sum. Just when we're talking that they're making all these plausible signings, they go on and do this shit. Yeah,
Yeah. Newcastle is one of those really well-run clubs. Ani, we spoke about it many times, but now they're like splashing the cash this season.
Tonali, that's a great deal though. Uh,
Tonali is a good
yes,
signing. Yeah. Apparently, he has been pushed out of the club by the management because
yeah,
they
they
said
needed
that
money.
they needed money and he had to go.
Yeah. So, has let me ask you this. I'll put up a hypothetical situation, and you ask you a few questions, and you give me those answers, right? So, imagine Kylian Mbappe, Madrid playing 200 million plus 50 million for Kylian Mbappe, for to sign him from PSG, and paying him somewhere 100 million of salary, 100 million in salary. Now, next season, Alfonso Davis hasn't extended at Bayern, and he has 1 year left on his contract. Would would Madrid be able to afford Alfonso Davies, given that they also already paid the given that they've already bro, what's wrong with you today? Given that they've already paid 350 million to Kylian Mbappe.
Okay. Real Madrid has two very big advantages when it comes to the way the club is run. They are one of the biggest clubs in the world. They have a lot of
Hmm,
fans all around the
true,
world. They
true.
probably have the biggest fan base in the world. Let's be
Yeah.
honest. I am a Barcelona fan, and I believe that.
Hmm.
Uh, no, so yeah, many people who don't know football as well,
Hmm.
who just start watching football, they like Real Madrid because let's be honest, Real Madrid is a serial winner.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like they win a lot. So
14
and
UCLs.
they're they are run very well. They are a very
Hmm.
well run club. Uh, Financially, the club is in very good hands. Joke as much as you want about Florentino Perez, but he's a mastermind. He knows how to handle money, and he does it very well. He's very intelligent in the way he goes about things. I don't think he'll sign Mbappe, to be honest. And if he wants to, he's going to make Mbappe really suffer for it because Mbappe just shoved a huge rod up Real Madrid's ass last season.
Bro,
Let's be honest.
every Madrid fan I knew were like Mbappe, Hijo de puta, and all, like before the World Cup started. And after watching his performance at the World Cup, they were like, Mbappe, I'm on my knees. Please come to Madrid. Please. They were all like that. And there was a video of a Madrid fan requesting Papa Perez to not send Mbappe ever again because he rejected Madrid in the first place. Then after this World Cup, they're like, please, please, please do join us. Don't keep all that in mind. Yeah, I think Mbappe is the first player to stick it to Madrid, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Madrid are not. They are used to getting their way, and that didn't happen last season. They took the L from Mbappe, and Mbappe is no longer Kylian Mbappe. He's Kian Mbappe because he gave the L to Madrid.
Mbappe pal.
Let's see. Let's see what happens. I think uh, Real Madrid has the money, but whether they can balance the books or not is the real question, right? Whether they can show that they have that gap in their wage budget, whether they can.
Yeah.
You're still thinking about Mbappe memes, right?
No, 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 no. Yeah, yeah. Uh,
Okay. But I do think if Davis does want to join Real Madrid, they'll somehow figure a way out to do that
you're
because
not good.
last season. Sorry?
You're not going to accept anything below 100 million, guys. So pay up. Don't be cheap. But what amazes me about Madrid is the way they do their business. Like, there's a lot of ease about it. Uh, they wanted some money. They sold Varane off, one of their best players, easily for 50 million, and that's how they do business. They don't stick to players. They got a 60 million offer for Casemiro. They let him go. Yeah, and even though people might argue that it was a mistake, I think it's a smart deal, guys. Come on.
Yeah. So,
Let's just talk about Declan Rice to City or Arsenal and then end this video. Yeah, I've got to go and earn my million now. Uh, so yeah, City sent 80 million plus 10 million bid, so adding up to 90 million, and West Ham rejected it. Now they're actually thinking of sending a 95 plus 10 million bid, and I think West Ham will accept it. Uh, Arsenal fans were all like, "Hey, Bayern don't have any pull and all." England, England's captain is joining us now, and guess what? Declan Rice, who you Shankar to Bayern Munich, Manuel Neuer replacement. What the hell, bro? Um, and Declan Rice, who Arsenal fans think that they have stolen from us, is is about to join Manchester City. So I think that's a, what do you call it? Call it to us? That's a embarrassment for Arsenal fans. They should be ashamed about it.
my man literally said Arsenal is my favorite team in the Premier League, like literally 2 months back, and now suddenly, such a salty bugger you are.
Arsenal is my favorite. Arsenal is my favorite Premier League club, but they are not. They're not allowed to attack Bayern Munich fans because I'm a serial Bulgariana. Although that sounds bad, but trust me, Bavarian. And if you make fun of Bayern Munich, this is how I'll respond. You can ask Suhas, the Barcelona fan.
I'd rather we show it on the pitch. Like, as a Barcelona fan, we'd rather do that. We are gonna do another 8-2. So I 8-2 break it to you guys.
Yeah.
But I love Barcelona.
Did you read the Ter Stegen interview before the international break? He said Goretzka, Kimmich, and Ter Stegen joked around that Ter Stegen was relieved when
Yeah,
Bayern Munich actually won the
Bayern
league
won the
because they
league.
can't draw. Yeah, they can't draw them in UCL group stage. Great muscles to us. Would have been great if you had some. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching Faces of Two Unfunny Fucks. Thank you. Do consider liking and subscribing, and we'll meet in the next video. Thank you.